Hi everyone. It's raining and I have been mauled by a lemon tree, so I figured we'd go to the kitchen. So what I have with us today is some fantastic examples of the lemon tree where it has sprouted new growth. So I've got a couple of these, that beautiful colour, and I'm going to need some sticks, some Glad Wrap, crazy mother pretending chemical. I've done all the sharp bits, which is great. Don't need to go over that again because, oh, my face. And then I've got down here a big container of citrus potting mix. Now the reason I went with the citrus potting mix is because it's got the types of nutrients that the citrus tree is going to like, and because it's my first time propagating these, I wanted to be extra careful. Why not? So I've got this. It also has some chemicals in it, and that's why it is absolutely covered in warnings. Do this, don't do that. As you do. Yes, I just got dirt to the face. So, here's my pot. And where did I forget my Glad Wrap? Here is my Glad Wrap. So, let's get started. I don't have a lot of gardening equipment in the kitchen, and I don't think I need to explain why. Right. Tub it is. The first thing we need to do, put down the soil. And fill the bottom of the pot. Now, it's good to have the soil not too tight or too tightly packed into the pot, because everything's just going to suffocate. But you also don't want it too loose, because you want to get it to a certain level in the pot that the plant isn't shaded by its own pot. So when you add water, the soil will settle, as we learnt in our solid liquids and gases. There are air pockets in the soil. Once the water comes through, it will push the air pockets out, and the soil will come on down. Actually, oh gosh. I'm very much learning why we don't do our gardening in the kitchen, but it won't be too bad. Just don't do this at home. Right. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, so much easier. Alright, got it to a nice level. If I can bring this down just a little bit. Yes, alright. I've got my soil in the pot to a nice level. And then adding a little bit more, because I know that once I add the water, down it comes. Now let's have a look at my samples. I'm not going to be using all of these. I'm looking for the most healthy looking ones. I'm looking for ones that have got nice leaves. I'm looking for ones that don't have any obvious, like, here we go. So this one, oh, it's got a bug in it. And the leaves aren't very healthy on that one. But I could just snap that away. So I want to be cutting at least 3 leaves down, and I'm cutting on a sharp angle, which I'm sure we'll go more into in our maths. So sharp angle. Now I could just pop this in and be like, see what happens, but there are ways to support the plant, and we've talked about how lemon trees do that, as well as other plants. So nodule, sharp angle, and then I'm just going to take the first 3 leaves off, and that gives me a nice long stem. So there's that one. Also smells amazing when you do this. If you like the smell of lemon, this is absolutely delicious. All right. How you doing, buddy? And that one also looks pretty healthy. So let's get that on. And then time out. Need to get my gardening gloves. All right. Gardening gloves. Now this is not the pot that I would expect a lemon tree to grow in. This is just my starter pot. So I don't want to have a really, really big pot to start with, because the soil's nutrients, once it's out of the bag, only lasts for so long. So, and it will obviously a little bit more expensive to get, especially citrusy one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pot to start them off, see which ones I've got chances. I've got thinking 1 out of 4 is not bad. If I get 4 out of 4, that would be amazing. I have enough pots to do that. But I've got a couple of opportunities here to grow a lemon tree. I've got my absolutely terrifying chemical. All right, how to use. During the growing season, select healthy tip shoots. Take 1 to 5 centimeter piece and cut at the base on an angle. Dip the lower 1.5 centimeters, so remembering our decimals, 1.5, into this material and plant immediately into propagating mix. Keep moisturing the entire period. So here we go. This is why I have my sticks. I have my bamboo. I'm going to make a little tent for my future lemon trees. In my little propagation station that I'm making for them. Like so. Make sure they're nice and secure. Right. And the Glad wrap is going to go over the top of everything. So I'm going to create my own little biosphere where these can grow nice and healthy. So I've got my protective gloves on. I've taken the first 3 leaves and I'm going to dip to 1.5 centimeters. And by 1.5 centimeters, I'm going to have to swirl that around a little bit. All right. Making sure I don't get this on anything. And I'm going to plant all the way down until it gets to that line. Using my protected hand. I'm just going to secure that with a little push. That's it. Push, just push it together. Create enough tension in the soil. The pressure in the soil that it's able to stand up by itself. Fantastic. Right. So the reason I'm not just doing one is because when propagating, not everything is going to work out perfectly. So I am hedging my bets by making 4 so that even if 1 or 2 die along the way, which happens, it's cool. I know that I am giving myself the best opportunity and the best chance to have my very own lemon tree. And I have an absolutely massive final pot, which I've bought because I'm prepared. Just like preparing for your learning, to make sure I have enough. And I make sure that I know that these things are going to grow. They're going to grow. I'm going to support them in the best way I can to grow. Even this one, I mean, he doesn't look really hopeful, but you know what? if I give him all the support he needs, I'm sure he is going to turn into a wonderful lemon tree. And he's in. Right. Also don't want to hurt him. Push too hard. It's hurt. All right. Now that I'm at this stage, I need to take my Glad Wrap, which I managed to get without tearing anything. And I'm just going to place it over the top of the sticks and slowly bring it down and get it under the cusp of the pot. So the pot's got a little cusp around the side. It's going to make it super easy for me to Glad Wrap, and the word super easy and Glad Wrap, for me at least, it doesn't really go together, but I will do my best. So what I'm going to do is contain this, and then I'm going to put it in the warmest room in the house, because I'm attempting to do this in winter and not during one of the warmer months. And the lemon tree is used to environments that are both warm and cold, but they do like to stay nice and moist, lots of magnesium, and they're very happy. All right, so this is set up. It's going to go into a new room. I'm going to get a vacuum cleaner, obviously. Ooh, chemicals. Always remember to safely, this is a good science point, remember safety first. Put that away. This is going to go into the warm room, and I'm going to pull up the next plant for us to propagate. All right, see you soon.